Hello, guys. Welcome to All Access TV. Today, we're going to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles Week 3 victory versus the New Orleans Saints. Let's get into it.
Never been the type to really care what others say about me, yeah. But when you get to talking, just make sure you pay.
Big win for the Eagles this week. That was a big game early in the season, Week 3. That was a big game. The players needed that win. The organization, the fans needed that win. And most importantly, the coaching staff needed that win. Nick Sirianni needed that win. If the Eagles had lost this game with everything that transpired in that game, and considering what happened last week, losing to the Falcons on prime time the way they did, this team needed that win. Early in the season, Week 3, big game. The Saints was on fire, and the Eagles just came off a tough loss. I think it's safe to say the NFL needed that win. The defense held Alvin Kamara to 87 yards, 3.3 yards average per carry with 0 touchdowns. That's all the Eagles needed to do to win. Stop the run, make Derek Carr beat you. And as we can see, he was not able to do that. Jalen Carter had a big game. He had one of those games that won't show up on the stat sheet. If you go look at the stat sheet, Zach Bond led the team in tackles. Jalen Carter had 3 tackles, but we all saying he had a big game. And you know why that is? That's the eye test. You see it. It's just something you see. When you watch it, you know it. That's the Jalen Carter the Eagles need every single game. If you play like that, you bring that intensity, that energy, that power, that dog. There is not an offensive lineman out there that can block you one-on-one. They're going to have to double team you. That's where Jordan Davis comes in and do what he did in this game. The rest of the guys will come along as the season goes on, but as of right now, this is Jalen Carter's defense. The rookie corner, Quinyon Mitchell, he a dog. He got that it, whatever that is. Sometimes, like I said, you see it and you know it. He got it. He 3 games in. Give him some time to develop. He gonna be a great player in this league for a long time. So as an Eagle fan, I'm glad we got him on our team. Zach Bond, 9 tackles, 4 assists. He's another guy that the Eagles got to be feeling real good about right now. C.J. Gardner-Johnson is just one of them dudes. He one of them dudes you hate when he play for the other team, but you love him when he's on yours. Overall, it's a solid game by the defense. Big play Slay had a big game. He was solid, didn't really give up nothing. He was real stingy with it out there. Play like that every week and the Eagles have a chance to win. Bryce Huff still slipping and sliding out there. I don't know what's wrong with that boy legs. If he keep going at this rate, he gonna be traded by the trade deadline. Reed Blankenship is the definition of a closer from the safety position. CJ gonna set it off and Reed gonna shut it down. The secondary held Derek Carr to 14 for 25, 142 yards, 1 touchdown and an interception. He was 11 of 16 for 243 yards and 2 touchdowns last week against the Cowboys. Alvin Kamara had 115 yards, averaging 5.8 yards with 3 touchdowns versus the Cowboys. If the defense didn't show up, the Eagles wasn't going to win this game. The Saints had 219 total yards. They had 130 passing yards, 89 rushing yards, and only averaged 4 yards per play. Impressive game by the Philadelphia Eagles defense. We'll see what they'll do next week versus Tampa. Now, let's get to the offensive side of the ball. In the first half, we only handed the ball to Saquon Barkley 5 times. The whole first half. I think the Eagles want to be a passing offense, when in reality, they built for the run. Jalen Hurts threw the ball 38 times in this game and turned it over twice. Now, this turnover thing go way back past last year, the Super Bowl, with the fumble. Nobody near you, just you, and you just fumble the ball. And all last year, led the league in turnovers. And this year, 3 weeks in, and you leading the league in turnovers again. I'm really concerned about Jalen Hurts and these turnovers. A lot of people gonna make these excuses because we win. But this turnover thing is very concerning. It's gonna cost us some games this season, maybe even a playoff game. Let's hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley 20 to 25 times a game, maybe even 30, and bring home these W's. Coaching gonna cost us some games. I'm starting to see Kellen Moore do the same thing he was doing in Dallas, being a pass-happy coordinator and throwing the ball all over the field. Run the ball with Saquon Barkley early in the game so you can dictate the pace of the game. He is the best running back in football as we speak. Let him do what you pay him to do. Dallas Goedert had a career game. He had 10 receptions for 170 yards. Monster game. Made some big plays down the stretch to bring home this win. Devontae Smith had 7 catches for 79 yards. He had a good game. All prayers go out to Smitty. That's a dirty hit. That should have been a flag. The Saints was doing a lot of dirty things out there on their field. So I understand why Jalen Carter and the rest of the guys was fired up. We need that intensity. I need my defensive linemen to be not nice, to be everything but nice, mean and gritty. The game is won in the trenches. So your linemen need to be dogs. They need to have that anger and that passion. They need to play with that. Use that as fuel. The Eagles have an average offense without A.J. Brown. Without A.J. Brown, even with Saquon Barkley, this Eagles team have an average offense. They need A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith on the outside. That makes them a lethal, dynamic offense that can score points at any time from any part of the field. Next week, we go to Tampa. Now, mind you, this team kicked our ass last year and sent us home crying. The Eagles have to make a statement this week. Nick Sirianni got to do better with his game management skills. It is not looking good right now. He cannot be the reason we lose games. You're supposed to put your players in position to win. Got to do a better job with game management. Hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley and win some games. With that being said, Eagle Nation, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, subscribe, give me the thumbs up, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section.
Show me the money, I see better knocking.